Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in the province. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of May 8, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, attended and handed over the decisions of the Standing Board of the Provincial Party Committee on approving the Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee of the Provincial Border.
According to the decision, Colonel Lê Văn Vĩ, member of the party standing committee, commander of the Provincial Party Command, holds the position of Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee of the Provincial Border for the 2020-2025 term. Speaking at the conference, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng congratulated Colonel Lê Văn Vĩ for continuing to be trusted with new tasks. At the same time, he hoped and believed that Mr. Vĩ will continue to show his bravery and responsibility, create unity in the party committee, and command to perform his tasks well in the coming time. Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng also wished that, together with the party committee, he will direct the implementation of the resolution of the party congress at all levels, especially preparing for the important task of preliminarily reviewing the midterm, focus on building regular elite forces ready in all situations, not to be passive and unexpected, and to avoid hotspot on the border. Colonel Lê Văn Vĩ sincerely expressed his thankfulness to the attention and trust of the Provincial Party Standing Committee to him. Together with the Party Committee, he promised to unite and unify the leadership of the unit to successfully carry out the political tasks assigned by the party and the army, firmly protect the sovereignty and security of the border.
In 2023, the Provincial People's Committee delighted to select and honor the title of Typical Scientific and Technological Intellectuals of TayNinhTV Province for the first time. Through the selections of dozers, there were 21 cases of winning this title. And Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, Director of TayNinhTV Radio and Television Station, is also an individual's honor with this title.
Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường with the Solution Executive Information System Paperless Meetings won the first prize of the 18th Science and Technology Innovation Contest 2012-2013 and the National Consolation Award. This is an electronic system that allows the issuance of invitations, meeting documents, registration of participants' information, and opinions through web applications on the Internet environment, with the advantage fast and economical, easy to use and exploitation, compatible with all kinds of browsers, control the login time and get documents, has been widely applied in TayNinhTV Province, was highly effective software at the time in the digital realm. When being named at Hanoi Opera House, it is an honor and emotion. Up to this point, the software has also worked and brought great results for the province over the past 10 years. However, up to this point, the province continues to honor the technical knowledge. That is a concern for the knowledge team of the province. I'm very proud, and on behalf of the author group of this paperless meeting software, I would like to thank the deep concern of the leaders of the province. It is also hoped that through this, our young intellectuals of the province will try to join hands to contribute initiatives and improvements to help with administrative reform, e-government construction, and especially in this time of digital transformation, we will achieve the highest best results, bring the highest benefits, and ultimately help our province develop more and more stably, stronger, and more sustainable. Since the beginning of the transition until now, although the demand for electricity of the people has increased, the power sector is not overloaded, still ensuring the supply of electricity to serve the needs of daily life and production for people in the province. TayNinhTV Power Company said that currently the power rate managed by the company still ensures safe and continuous power supply for the province's economic and social development, as well as meet the demand of using electricity of people. The company regularly checks the power grid monthly to promptly detect areas with potential risk of overloading the local grid. In areas where there is a risk of equipment fire and explosion incidents, the company directs the units to make plans to remedy them immediately to avoid fire and explosion caused by overloading power grid to ensure safe electricity supply for people. In addition, every year, the company spends most of the allocated capital to invest and renovate the power grid to ensure the safety of electricity supply. Currently, even though it is the end of the recession, the demand for electricity from customers is still very high, potentially leading to overloading of the electrical system in the house and the risk of short-circuiting of electrical wires. The power company recommends that people choose protective devices such as aftermath fields suitable for the low capacity to prevent overloading and short circuits. At the same time, when there is a need to install new equipment, the company recommends that people hire a skilled electrical installer to prevent possible risks.
The audience, in order to make e-commerce become an activity that is widely used and applied in state management agencies and the majority of businesses in 2023, the province sets out 5 key tasks in promoting e-commerce development.
Specifically, this year, the province focused on implementing training courses on e-commerce for state managers and e-commerce floors, supporting businesses to access international and domestic e-commerce programs, developing and applying e-commerce technologies and services, encouraging enterprises to use open source software when deploying e-commerce applications, using technologies for the development of online payments, encouraging enterprises to develop electronic payment facilities to support buyers to pay online, organizing experiential learning trips on the application and management of e-commerce flows, visiting and surveying application models and management of e-commerce flows of the province with models corresponding to the conditions and management like in province, financial support for enterprises registering to participate in both on domestic and foreign e-commerce flows. The provincial authorities said that up to now, the existing irrigation system in the province, including reservoir, pumping stations, and canals, still ensures water supply for agricultural production, ensuring no shortage of water in the dry season. The irrigation system in the province includes 4 reservoirs, the largest of which is Yoting Lake, 10 electric pumping stations, and more than 1,700 canals. The Department of Agriculture and Rural Development said that the irrigation system in the province is currently serving water for nearly 150,000 hectares. From the beginning of the dry season until now, the province irrigation system is still serving stable and efficient irrigation areas. The harsh weather of this year's dry season does not affect the quality and service ability of the existing irrigation system. The current water resources of dams are still capable of serving irrigation for production areas until the end of the dry season. When it's hot like this, we can see the value of the irrigation system. Wherever you go, you can see the flow of water. In Yoting Lake, the water level is more than 20 meters compared to the dead water level. And there is still quite a bit of surface volume, and the rainy season is about to begin. From now on, the demand for irrigation will decrease. The amount of water will be replenished. It can be said that TayNinhTV is but not drought. Most of the irrigated area serves the people very well. In the morning of May 8, the Bank for Social Policies Tân Biên District Branch organized to give capital to farmers in Mokong Camille. This time, the bank dispersed under the Rural Clean Water and Environmental Sanitation Program, with 6 households getting loans with a total amount of 120 million Vietnam dong. By the end of April 2023, the total capital of credit programs at the transaction office of Tân Biên Bank for Social Policies was more than 409 billion Vietnam dong, with more than 13,600 households receiving preferential loans. In Mekong commune alone, there is a loan balance of more than 38 billion Vietnam dong, with 1,430 households borrowing. Most of the borrowers use their capital for the right purpose, in which many households develop models of husbandry and crop production, which are very effective. From now until the end of 2023, Tân Biên Bank for Social Policy will also allocate additional funds for the Clean Water and Environmental Sanitation Program, loans to create jobs and create conditions for farmers to expand livestock production.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the past 5 years, TayNinh Rural Environmental Sanitation Water Center has invested in upgrading and building 16 new water supply projects for rural areas. Recently, Thanh Trung Water Supply Project in Hạnh Tây Commune, Tân Biên District, has been upgraded using advanced water treatment technologies, increasing the design capacity to 640 cubic meters per day. Previously, these stations only supply water to 500 households at most, but today it is supplying more than 1,000 households with the best water qualities, always satisfying residents to use.
In the 2016-2021 period in TayNinh, many water supply projects was invested in, newly built, repaired or upgraded with advanced water treatment technology, contributing to improving water quality to meet standards. Water supply works are mainly distributed in rural areas, border areas, ethnic minority areas scattered throughout the province. The water supply works in Thanh Trung Hamlet, Hạnh Tây Commune, Tân Biên District were built in 2008, and by 2020, it will be operated to serve the increasing demand of people with a new design capacity of 640 cubic meters per day and night, supplying water to 1,150 households, currently operating with an actual capacity of 560 cubic meters per day and night, supplying water to 1,015 households in rural areas and a part in Tân Biên Town. In 2020, Thanh Trung Water Supply Station, Hạnh Tây Commune, operated its advanced filtration system, rephase pro system, and add a number of rail wells to increase the capacity of the station, expand the pipeline. The water quality is very good, currently supplying more than 1,000 households. Previously, most residents had to dig or rail wells to get water for domestic use, but the groundwater here is heavily contaminated with alum and often turns up in the right season, causing many obstacles in community life. When Thanh Trung Water Supply Station came into operation, people were very happy and most residents registered to use clean water from the project. So far, people are still satisfied with the water quality from this project. Previously, I used water from wells, but it is contaminated with alum. I couldn't use it. From the day I got clean water, I use clean water, clear water with good quality without alum. TayNinh Rural Clean Water and Environmental Sanitation Center has implemented many measures to strengthen water supply, ensure safe and continuous water supply, and prevent loss of revenue and clean water. Specifically, regularly check the fluctuation of water reserve at the works, closely monitor the water supply system, detect problems in time to avoid water loss, using inverter pump technology to replace the old technology, take samples to monitor water quality. The number of tested samples was 128 samples out of 64 works. All samples were of good quality. The Clean Water Center will support the cost of water meter and a part of the installation cost for households to support the locality. Striving for the end of 2022, the water loss rate in the province will decrease from 23.6% to 22%. Ensuring percentage of households using clean water is 66%. In fact, many water supply works was built since 2000, Up to now, some items such as treatment clusters, storage tanks, water supply pipelines, pump equipment have deteriorated, leading to loss of water. Funds for investment in construction, operating and repair are still limited compared to the increasing demand for water. However, the Rural Clean Water and Environmental Sanitation Center has planned to continue to operate and repair many works, giving priority to key projects. Many residents need to use water, contributing to reducing pressure on demand for clean water in rural areas.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us and goodbye for now.